Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I'm George. We're all George. So tonight, we have Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen telling everyone, calm down, we're doing just fine. This is right before the FOMC minutes that is going to come out tomorrow, and right before the huge CPI data that's going to come out the day afterwards. So, should we believe what Janet Yellen is selling, or should we not? Let's discuss. So let's get started. Smash up the like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Get notified of all my streams. Follow me on social media. Check out CryptosRUs.com. And of course, make sure you follow my other channels as well. Don't miss out on great content. All right, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What is going on tonight? Well, looking at Bitcoin, it has not moved since this morning. 19,000, and this morning, you know, when I was streaming, the market was about even, and then, yeah, it looks like it's about even, and though NASDAQ went down about a percentage. I know people are talking about Tesla really selling off right now, right? People are getting worried about Tesla. Or is it Elon actually selling shares in order to raise cash for Twitter? Maybe that's it. But right now, it looks like Wall Street, investors, Bitcoiners, everyone is waiting to see what happens because, like I mentioned, there's a couple big events that's happening this week. Starting with tomorrow, right around 2 p.m., we are going to get FOMC minutes. We get one basically every month. We get it 1 month after the meeting, and I don't know why it's such a big deal because there should be nothing in the minutes that was not revealed during the press conference, right? So it should be a non-event. And if my memory serves me correct, last few times we had this, it was a non-event. Like right off the bat, I think there could have been like a short-term volatility, and then we just recover. But the big data everyone is looking for is coming on Thursday. CPI, core CPI and CPI. Is it going to go up, or both of these numbers are going to go down, right? There's already a forecast. You look at core CPI expected to go up by 0.4%. I think that's what it is. Previous was 0.6%, 0.4%. Does that mean we're going to go up by another 0.4%? Hopefully not, because core CPI is what Powell looks at. And then plus CPI, we could be going down. We did go down last month. We went from 8.6 to 8.3, but since core inflation went up, people ignored it. But CPI, are we going to go down more to 8.1? Okay. I'm sorry. Here, core CPI. This is what I was looking at year over year. It is anticipated that it will go up from 6.3% to 6.5%. Let's hope that's not the case. That's not the case. And we're also getting jobless claims on Thursday. Thursday will be absolutely enormous. Just crazy. Okay. So strap on for Thursday, because that CPI reading is going to definitely affect the markets one way or another. Either we're going to have a good rally or a good dump, possibly, and everyone's waiting for that. But ahead of tomorrow's minutes report and ahead of Thursday, we have Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, who conducted an interview today and said, you know what? Hey, don't worry about it, guys. Don't worry about it. Everything is doing well. Everything's doing well. And if you listen to what she said, there was no negatives. Basically, she painted this picture that everything is just fine. To quote her, from the perspective of the United States, I think the United States is doing very well. She said the economy is very resilient, okay, because job report was good, unemployment fell down. Those are all good things. She acknowledged inflation is high and lower it is a priority, but said that, you know what? It's okay. Firms, even with rising interest rates, have debt burdens that are, by and large, manageable. Okay. The dollar is a safe haven. So when times are uncertain, we experience capital inflows into our safe markets. All these things are pushing up the dollar versus broad range of countries. And basically, OPEC's decision to reduce oil, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Basically, Janet Yellen is painting this picture. Don't worry about it. Things are just fine in the U.S. The thing is, though, whenever we get these good economic data reports, it's not good for the markets, right? That's what most people care about right now. Is the markets going to go up or down? I shouldn't say that's the only thing people worry about, but obviously investors and most of you guys watching, you care about that. But obviously the wellness and just overall, how should I put it? The average family, as long as the average family can sustain, right, and actually survive, then I would say that's a win, okay? But obviously, inflation is putting a lot of pressure on a lot of families, and Powell is trying to curb that inflation, but the way he's doing it is actually making people more poor by making people broke, right? So even though the economy does seem like it's doing well, according like what Janet Yellen said, but Powell is trying to crush that well because that's the only way he knows how to fight inflation. So that's the problem right now. So, you know, I mentioned about CPI numbers coming up on Thursday, but jobless claims also is important because it shows how many people actually is getting hired, working, and how many people are on unemployment, right? So these kind of data, even though we're getting good ones, right, it's actually hurting the market. You know, I've explained this so many times. It's just such a weird dynamic right now, right? And it's just, it shouldn't be like this, but it is. But anyways, going back to Thursday, we will see how well the economy is doing. Because if it's doing too well, then we're going to get a very hawkish Fed. We're going to get a very hawkish Powell. And that's not what we want, but we may end up getting him like that next month, early next month, when there's another FOMC meeting. So we will see. In the meantime, DXY is continuing to go up. Again, due to a lot of the factors, due to U.S., air quotes, doing well, and other countries not doing so well. Case in point, the Fed secretly sends $3.1 billion to Switzerland's national bank. And people caught this. They sent it not too long ago at a 3.33 interest rate. 3.1 billion. Why do you think they had to send that over there? Is it because there's trouble in Switzerland? Quite possibly. There's a lot of central banks around the world that's really struggling right now. Really struggling. Hey, even the ECB. ECB even took $206 million from the Fed. The Fed secretly shipped off $2.3 billion. Yeah, that's not right, right? That's not right. Also, I covered Bank of England this morning about their emergency measures to buy more gilts, aka bonds, because they're fearful that pensions will fail because bond market is so iffy right now. And the Bank of England's governor, Andrew Bailey, told pension fund managers, hey, you only got 3 days, guys. 3 days until we stop buying. We can't endlessly buy gilts to prop them up. Okay, so you got 3 days, guys, to rebalance and basically sell off all your bonds. I think that's what he's saying. You better sell off all your gilts and bonds because we're only buying for 3 more days. After that, no more. Okay, so, I mean, the situation overseas just not looking at. Imagine that. Imagine that you have the bank of a country actually telling pensions like, hey, we're giving you a heads up. You only got 3 more days to sell off your bonds because we're not buying anymore. And then if we don't buy and you try to sell off, well, you're going to get hurt. I mean, that just, you just figure that it just doesn't sound right. It just doesn't. But it's happening right now, right? Around the world, these banks, central banks, are all having problems right now, major problems. This is why the dollar is so strong. So Janet Yellen is right about that. This is the reason why the dollar is so strong, because other countries seem to be facing worse problems right now. But that doesn't mean that we don't have our own problems here in the United States. We do. For example, we have the SEC. Even though the SEC doesn't dictate financial matters, well, sort of, they do. We still have to worry about the SEC. So SEC, unfortunately, rejects another Bitcoin spot ETF application. Same reasons, same grounds, basically saying they didn't prove whatever burden that they're asking for. Basically, the SEC and Gary is not going to allow this to happen. For whatever reason, maybe because he wants to become the watchdog first before he allows any Bitcoin spot ETF to go through. I don't know. I don't really know what his reasoning is, but that's why we have someone fighting back, and it's not just Ripple. Grayscale filed a lawsuit against the SEC for discriminatory. So now we have someone else with big pockets going after the SEC. Okay? Well, they're actually the first one, because the Ripple case is where SEC is going after Ripple. But now, Grayscale already said this. They threatened this. If you don't give us what we want, which is a spot ETF, and we have already worked with you, proven all the stuff that you want to see, and you still reject us, then there's something wrong. You're being discriminatory, and basically, you guys don't know what the hell you're doing. So, yeah, we got this lawsuit going. So let's see. Gary's under a lot of pressure. He's definitely under a lot of pressure, trying to control everything, maybe a little bit too much. Okay, so like I said, we have our own problems in the States. Gary and SEC is one of them. And the SEC just decided to investigate Bored Ape Yacht Club creator Yuga Labs over security violations. Now, this is not definitive. They are just starting investigations, though they didn't actually say they have violated anything. But just to show you that the SEC is going after everything, even NFTs. So no one is safe right now. If you're in the United States, your crypto project, you are not safe. DEXs are being looked at like Uniswap. Exchanges are being looked at. Of course, Coinbase, Binance, FTX, even NFT creators are being looked at. And let's not forget, even Ethereum. If you operate on top of Ethereum, technically you're a security, according to SEC. So everyone is under scrutiny of SEC right now, which no one wants. Yeah, so we have our own problems. But what's not a problem is, of course, Bitcoin. Of course, we have Bitcoin to rely on. With all the shenanigans and all the problems that these central banks and governments and authoritative entities are causing, more and more people are turning to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin Whales withdrew 15.7 thousand Bitcoins from exchanges recently, highest since June. That is fantastic. Why is this happening? Well, because more and more people are taking advantage of the low prices, and plus because of all the shenanigans I've been talking about. There are people that are waking up to the fact that a lot of these central banks and governments just simply don't know what they're doing, right? And people are looking for something better. Maybe it's not retail investors just yet. Maybe it's just institutions, the likes of BlackRock and Fidelity and all these big banks that are jumping in, JP Morgan. Even though Jamie Dimon says one thing, he tends to do another. He's been saying bad things about Bitcoin already. Maybe JP Morgan Chase is loading up on Bitcoin right now as we speak. These things are happening behind the scenes. We could see it. Large chunks of Bitcoin is being taken away from the exchanges. Not by accident. No. They're going somewhere, right? So that is happening. So that's the good thing. That's the good thing. And of course, if you look at metrics like this, or charts, I should say, like this, that show Bitcoin is extremely oversold, well, that makes us feel a little more confident as well. We are definitely much closer to bottom than we are to top. So DCAing is never a bad idea, especially now, especially when all these charts and models and indicators are showing that, yeah, we're about to reverse, right? So that is also positive. Now, what else is positive? Ripple. Ripple, the other big giant that is battling the SEC, Brad Garlinghouse says that he expects an answer by the first half of 2023. So probably not going to come by the end of the year. But hey, if they get an answer by the first half of 2023, I think that's a win. And it does look like the SEC has a really good shot of losing to Ripple. So I'm looking forward to this. So that's fantastic. But in the meantime, Ripple is operating like usual. They're forming new partnerships in France and Sweden. And according to this, Ripple Labs is also hiring like crazy. They have 300 new positions waiting to be filled. So someone not struggling during this major correction right now is Ripple. So they're actually doing quite fine right now. All right, what else is going on? Charles Hoskinson, he just blew up on XRP Army this morning, but he is seeing great progress with CNFTs. Today's a historic day for Cardano NFTs, new features like identity, DIDs, and you can verify your identity using your NFT collection and a few other stuff. So good to see. And also, there's a new non-custodial wallet that was introduced called Lace. I've not tested it, but this is supposed to be an awesome new wallet for Cardano. We'll see how awesome it is, but having another wallet, a non-custodial wallet, is never a bad thing. So that's good for Cardano. BNB is going to be hard forking and implementing their patch to stop any future exploits. That 100 million that was stolen, I don't know, reports are still mixed. 100 million, 600 million, whatever it is. Basically, it was minted fraudulently, and Binance is going to try to stop it, even though there's a vote going on. But in the meantime, they need to patch it, and that's what this hard fork is. It's not a contentious hard fork or anything like that. Basically, it's a software upgrade to make sure something like this doesn't happen again. Luckily, no one actually lost funds because this is actually just... it was minted fraudulently through whatever exploit. Unfortunately, though, this is a hack. Mango Markets, which is a DeFi project on top of Solana, was just hacked. Rumors are they were hacked for $100 million. So Mango's saying that they're investigating this via Oracle price manipulation. We're taking steps to have third party freeze their funds. We'll be disabling deposits in the front end. So basically, yeah, Mango is hacked right now. So we gotta see what happens. I don't know how they were. See, this is why, and this is a totally separate thing, but it relates. I don't think Mango uses Chainlink. This is why Chainlink is so important, because it is the most trustworthy Oracle out there. And when it comes to DeFi, it's very, very vital that you have prices right. Even if you're off by just a few cents, people will figure out how to exploit that, right? So based on what they're saying via Oracle price manipulation, sounds like the hackers found some way to take advantage of a price discrepancy, and that's how they were able to do it. So this is why I don't trust any oracles out there other than Chainlink, because they have been around the longest. Hackers have tried to hack them before, failed, and almost every single DEX out there utilizes them for accurate accurate prices. So I don't know which Oracle Mango used, but probably not Chainlink. So we'll see what happens to them. And then lastly, this shows how out of touch Mark Zuckerberg is. He decided to release another VR headset called Quest Pro that he is selling for $1,500. Now the Quest already, which used to be Oculus, is selling for $400. And I don't know how popular it is. My wife did recently buy one. She's been playing with the kids, and they do enjoy it, but nothing like mind-blowing. But now Mark thinks that he can charge $1,500 for another headset, which he believes will contain some mixed reality technologies. I don't even know what that means, but it just looks like it's the same thing. But that just shows how out of touch he is, thinking that people will like flock to a $1,500 VR headset right now, despite all the economic uncertainty, and despite people complaining about inflation. Facebook just, I don't know. Mark is self-destructing, in my opinion. I don't know what he's doing. He is doing all the wrong things right now. He should try to figure out how to battle TikTok or YouTube or something. I don't know. All right. That is pretty much it. Global market cap, about even. Hasn't really moved. I think everyone's waiting for the minutes tomorrow and CPI data on Thursday. All right, guys. Let's do some Q&A. It's not even double. You know, I can understand if it was that good, you could say, okay, 400 to 800 or 400 to 600, right? The fact that it's more than tripling, that's what, I mean, okay, again, I don't know what Mark is doing, but, you know, he's a CEO of a $400 billion company, so who am I to call him out on anything? Let's see here. London Water says, London Water says, I'm broke, haven't added to my bags for a while, but hopefully business picks up before Christmas and I get some overtime. I hope so. London, what do you do? I'm curious what you do. Let's see. Janet Yuck. Credit Suisse is struggling. Yeah, that's been swirling for quite some time. Let's hope Credit Suisse does not fall. Because there's a lot of banks that are connected and tied to them. They have major leverage. And let's hope nothing bad happens. Or Swiss government comes in and saves them or something. But the fact that the Fed had to send $3 billion to Swiss National Bank, you know, what is that? Or maybe that is going to Credit Suisse. I don't know. Where did that go? I have no idea. That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good either. Juicy Pickle, that's what I'm here for. Let's see. Jose said, keep making fun of Hoskinson's age and he will leave Cardano. No, he's a young guy. He's a young guy. Young age of 34. And I still can't believe that. The Janet Yellen saying doing well is transitory. That's a good one. That's a good one. Let's see. Is 100 to 1,000 link crazy or conservative? From 100 to 1,000? Eventually it'll happen. I just got done saying how important link is. Chain link. I think eventually it'll happen, but not right now when the market does better again. All right. I think I kind of caught up here. What will happen to CPI? Good. I don't know what that means. Gary, sprinkler repair. Thanks for doing this live stream tonight. No problem. Sprinkler repair. That's your business? Interesting. Interesting. Gratitude is more important DCA. More important than DCA? I don't know. But gratitude, that's what Gary Vee stresses. Gratitude. Having gratitude for what you have and not what you don't have. Don't compare yourself to people that are better off than you. Just concentrate on what you have and have gratitude for that. That's powerful, although almost no one does that. Everyone compares themselves to someone else more successful. That's human nature. Sometimes that gives you the drive to do better things. So I don't think it's all bad. You need some of that you need to get ambition from somewhere, right? Are we in recession? Yes, we're already in recession. There's no doubt about it. You're CEO of a 4K company. Never forget. Well, I think 300 billion or 400 billion is a little more than that. So, yeah, Cardano staking pool update. You know what? I have almost given up because the company that was supposed to host for me has been AFK for like weeks now. I don't know if I trust them anymore because supposedly they're like a big company that does nodes for a lot of these major chains. They say they have thousands of nodes running, right? So they have everything really white labeled and it's really easy to spin up. But yet in my case, they've been just dragging their feet on and on and on and on. So I may have to look for another provider, unfortunately. So you may have to wait for a little bit longer. Did you see Winklevoss twins invest in decentralized social platform? Does so, wouldn't be fitting if that was the final nail of Facebook's coffin. That would be funny. You know, Winklevosses, they've been trying to get back at Zuck for quite a long time. That would be kind of funny. George, if a crypto passes the Howey test, is it safer on SEC? Supposedly. But the Howey test is just a set of guidelines, and who knows if the SEC really recognizes that. So technically, yes, but maybe they find some other reason to go after you. Yesterday's video, Stan says, yesterday's video was very good. If there's a competition, best YouTube content creator, you're going to win it. Well, thank you. Which one are you talking about? This morning? Are you talking about content here or where? Hopefully all. Hopefully all. Celsius and SBF thoughts. There's more rumor swirling that SBF had something to do with the collapse of everything. And that's why he wants to take over everything, because he kind of caused it. But these are rumors, speculation. I'm not the one spreading them, but I've been hearing a lot about that. So we will see if eventually comes out if that's true or not. I don't know. I don't know if that's ever going to come out. ETH under 1.3K looks enticing. Yeah, I would say so, especially since it was just at 2,000 just not too long ago, and even above 1,500 not too long ago. So ETH definitely sold off, lost a lot of strength after their merge, but I think that's the wrong move. I think Ethereum will do well in the future. Matt C, member for 13 months. Man, it's been a long time. And you are I Am George squared, too. Thank you for your support. Any hope for our Lakers this year, or the same garbage with Westbrook? I don't know what, Westbrook just needs to calm down, and Westbrook needs to learn how to become a three-point shooter. So, this day and age, you can't be a slasher that can't shoot. You have to be able to shoot, right? It's too late for Westbrook to learn how to shoot twos. Just concentrate on threes. He should just do nothing but distribute the ball and shoot threes. And then he could finish out a career still being a really good role player, right? But him trying to always slash to the basket and taking all his bricks, it's not going to cut it. Okay, so he really needs to concentrate on threes. Look at DeRozan on the Bulls. He totally transformed himself. When he was on the Spurs, you know, he was doing the same thing, trying to just do post-up, 2-point shots and stuff like that. But when he came to Bulls, he revitalized himself. Right? Really made him a sharpshooter. He was really good, like close to 40% in threes last year. And not only that, he was just awesome. So it can be done. It's just that Westbrook needs to want it. Do you think Andrew Tate's influence could boost crypto? I think he'll be the next Elon into space. No, I don't think so. But who knows? A lot of millennials, no, Gen Zs, a lot of teenagers do look up to Andrew Tate, and Andrew Tate did say that he likes crypto because you can't trust the banks, right? So I agree with that. But as for him being the next Elon, I don't think so. The one with Sin City was amazing. That was a good. David and Robin, they're good guys. They're good guys. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that interview. I don't mind doing, you know, some more casual interviews. Not always so serious, you know. How likely do you think nuclear war is? If I really thought nuclear war was right around the corner, I probably would be spending my time finding a bunker, stocking it with food and water, and I probably would not be streaming as much. So if you start seeing me not stream, and maybe you start seeing me stream in a weird dark bunker, then you should probably prepare. Oh, the 69-month video? Okay, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Julio, are you going to have a framed Dennis Rodman jersey in your gym? Pay homage to your rebounding legacy. I'm glad some of you guys have stuck around long enough to hear me say that. That was a while ago since I said it. But yeah. I gotta say, I'm not a tall guy. I'm not lengthy, I should say. I don't have a huge wingspan. But one thing I did have in my golden days in high school was the ability to jump up really fast. Not high, just jump up really fast, kind of like Rodman, though I'm like 10 inches shorter than him. But I was doing pretty good with rebounding. In high school, college, even a little bit afterwards until I kind of wrecked my knees. But yeah. Maybe. I don't know what I'm going to populate in that gym, but I'm looking forward to it. And, you know, speaking of which, this is a good time to be plugging my other channels. I always tell you guys, hey, go check out my other channels. You should. Drivers Only for car content. Just released a video on Palisade. I've been spending a lot of time making my videos shorter, to the point, and more entertaining, so you guys should watch these. The Sequoia one actually did really well, 20Ks in the last week. Also, if you're interested in following up with my house build, right? You should check these out. I'm going to have another one soon, probably tomorrow. That will be really good. So, yeah, make sure you follow both of the channels. URL is in the description. All right, and it costs you nothing to subscribe. All right, anything else? What do you do for fun? Create videos. Honestly, that's the truth. There's like no TV to watch, so I spend most of my time trying to hone my craft, which is create better and more entertaining videos for you guys on this channel, obviously, and with my other channels. It's hard. I'm trying to think about how to build my next studio, whether or not to go huge like Jim Cramer style. You know, his new Mad Money studio is really vast and nice. I don't know if I should do it that way or just keep it simple like this, but maybe a little bit better. I don't know. CoinRaider, remember, for 11 months. Thank you. I think it's time to get back into the Phantom DeFi project. Upside from here, 100% for many projects. including even Phantom. Phantom itself. Forget Phantom projects. Just concentrate on Phantom itself. I think they are oversold as well. I think they could definitely have 100% upside. Yeah, they still have a ton of DeFi projects within their ecosystem. The reason we have inflation is because diesel's over $5. I think it's due to barrels of oil, not so much diesel, but maybe you're right. All right, guys, I'll let you go. Let's go back to this. Janet Yellen says we are doing well, meaning that doing well is transitory. It may disappear in the near future. But yeah, all eyes are on tomorrow. We got FOMC minutes tomorrow. We'll see if there's any unexpected things that come out of that. But probably not, and we'll probably have a calm market until Thursday, until that huge CPI data. So let's see what happens. All right. Stay strong, my friends. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tomorrow, bright and early, 8:15 a.m. Central Standard Time. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.